Hello, John.
Good afternoon, Stephen. Nice to see you for the second time today.
It is episode 202 this morning of Blubbing for Britain. Now, I hear there's a little problem on Invideo at the moment. If you could let people know.
It appears, and there's not just me experienced it, but it appears that sometimes it's hanging when you send the video to export. And I noticed that a couple of people have mentioned it in the thing, but the guys may have be fixing the servers as we speak.
Indeed, they're usually pretty responsive, but the point is, if you're having a problem at the moment, it's not you. Go and have a cup of coffee, a glass of water, drink a tea, whatever, and then when you get back, no doubt it will be resolved. Now,
what I did was duplicate it, send it again, and it went straight through. So it might be, of course, that they fixed it between me having my hang and duplicating and sending it again.
Okay. Now, if you are watching us live, welcome. If you're catching the replay today, we've got a lesson from John, and we've got some a look inside Invideo at the functions that are available to you, and we've got my warning of, well, my advice of the week, really. Just a very short video, but what I need to do is I do need to get a bit smaller because I've got a situation. That's better. Right, okay, that's better. We're side by side now. Right, okay, John, I shall bring up your video. And,
yes. But what I tried to do and have struggled a bit with, because I've done this very, very quickly, is to create a quick and dirty video. What I did was load up all the items that we need, and I created myself a little score, whatever you want to call it, there, so you can see the words and the picture that are needed against each word. Now, I had a little technical difficulty, and on the recording there's no sound for the first 1 minute and 14 seconds, so I'll tell you what we're trying to achieve there, and then sound comes back, and we're hunky-dory on that viewpoint. So perhaps you'd play it away, Stephen. Oh, and the other thing is, Stephen's going to leave me on here and then take me off at 1 minute 14, but you'll notice not only did I get the sound, I didn't get my video showing either. So to fire away, Stephen.
Oh, that's not it, John, is it?
Don't think that's my video.
Let's take that one down again. Try this one.
Yes, now that looks more like my video. It is a quick and dirty recording, literally done before today, because I've been pretty damn busy the last week. And also my wife's had to go to hospital a number of times because she's not very well. So fire away, Stephen, and I'll talk over what we've got here.
It's gone. It's on the way.
I don't believe it. Why do people phone me when I'm busy? Right, so what we've got here is I've preloaded all the pictures, and I've got two standard intros and outros which I use with this client, and then I've created a number of blank scenes. And what we're going to do initially is we're going to load the intro into slide 1, and hopefully that's what's going to happen in the next second. So here I'm showing you what I showed you before, in that I've created an action plan for the video. So the first thing we're going to do, drag it into the right place would help, is add the video. I don't need the words, so I've just highlighted them and deleted them. And now we're going to play it, and hopefully you can see my intro video. Okay. I'm using the consistent intros and outros with this customer.
Then going to go to the last scene and add my outro. Sorry, I should have gone to the last scene and then. yes, that's definitely the outro, so let's now... Oh, life doesn't want to work well today. So let's add the outro and remove the text. So now I've got the beginning and the end. And the first thing I'm going to do is go to the second scene and change the text, and that text is going to say self-sealing gastronome, and I'm going to pinch that from here. Control C, back to the video, and use Control V to paste it into place. Now I've also got a picture to add for that, so if I nip up to here, this is the picture that I'm going to add here. So I've got my self-sealing gastronome lid, but I really would like it further down, so I'm going to bring it right down so it's in the middle and the baseline touches the text. So that's my first scene. My second scene is going to be the fact that they've already offered a lot of containers. So I'm going to add the picture first. Then I'm going to go to the text, and like before, I'm going to move it to the bottom, and then I'm going to go and get my text from here. So Control C, back to the video, Control V to paste it in, and that's pretty happy with that. But I would like to move the picture. Oh no, I can't move the picture up a bit, but you can still get the idea that they have lots and lots of different containers. So I'm now going to go to the next scene, and the next scene is we've added a new and essential sealed lid. So I'm going to get the text from here, Control C, go back to the video, Control V to put it in place, and again I'm going to take it down to the bottom, and then I'm going to add the picture for that, which is this one here. So again, you can see that in a new list. I did say this was going to be a quick and dirty video, and let's go to the next scene. So the next scene on my list is that it guarantees adhesion. Now this is my picture for that, so I'm going to drop that on the background, and I'm going to go and get my text from here, Control C, go back to the video, wrong place, back to the video, and I'm going to click on the text. I'm going to paste the text in, Control V, and now I'm going to drag it down to the bottom. Now I actually need another 2 scenes plus the one that's already there. So I'm going to duplicate the scene. Whoops. I don't want to duplicate that one, I want to duplicate this one. Duplicate. And we're going to duplicate it one more time. And then I'm going to go to this one. And for there, I again have got on my thing, air valve ensures further tightness, and you can see that I'm going to use that picture with this. So it's Control C, and back to the video, Control V, and then I'm going to use this image. that's not the greatest size, so what I want to do is, if I go to image edit, resizing options, I want to say refit with transparent, so that I can just put the picture itself in. Doesn't want to let go. I'm not having a great day of making this one. So again, we can see the air valve. Then in the next one, shows that it's got a wide range of gastronorm sizes. So I'm going to copy that, Control C, go back to the video, Control V, and then I'm going to get my image for that, which is this here, which is showing different sizes. And I'm going to just drop in a return there to make that there, and I'm just going to pop it up a little bit so that it's visible. And then in my last scene, it's about temperature ranges, so if I go from here and I Control C, Control V, paste that there, Control V, move it down again to the bottom, and then I'm going to bring my fire and ice picture on. So I've now got all of those scenes created and my outro, so I'm going to quickly preview. And I did say this was a quick and dirty visit.
And dirty, few errors in the construction, so what I'll probably do is record it again to drop into the library of help that we've been putting together. But I think you can see that we created a 45-second video there very, very quickly, and the real key to success is to have a plan, to know your pictures, etc. This here is dead simple. I just simply put the text, know what picture I want against the text, and then I've sourced my pictures in advance and I've uploaded them in advance. So I hope people find that useful, and I will tidy it up and make it available in a tidied up format with the actual video exported and tacked on the end. Stephen?
Yep, I'm on my way.
Stephen's on his way.
Right.
I think I found it useful anyway.
Oh yeah, totally. Are you going to put the finished video in the post?
I just didn't get time to add that on the end, Stephen. We were kind of getting a bit desperate at about 1:45.
Kelly knows how it gets, and we were 1 minute to the hour when we finally got the video uploaded. So that was cutting it close. However, all's well that ends well. Hello, Kelly. Yeah, now just coming back to what you said a moment ago, I mean, everything starts with an idea. So the first steps in creating a video, you actually start off with a storyboard.
That's the word I was looking for earlier, but could not think of for the life of me.
I only know that because they did on The Apprentice last night. They did a challenge, and the challenge was to go to Finland and make a 30-second video about attract people going on holiday to Finland and why they should go. And one group actually did a storyboard and then went off to shoot it in Finland, and the other group didn't. Got in Finland, found out where they were, and was disorganized as anything. So a storyboard organizes things. Yeah.
What I actually did was this storyboard was constructed from the client's leaflet. So I took his leaflet, I got a yellow pen, a highlighter pen. I marked the key factors. I pinched some of the pictures that were used in there, and then I added things like fire and ice. I just went and searched for that within Invideo, within stock libraries.
Right. Now, Kelly's making a point which, well, it's very difficult because you've got different photos, different backgrounds, and you want a commonality to run through the whole range of scenes. But the white text didn't show up against the background sometimes because the backgrounds were white or grey.
And I think what I should have added, but really just did not have time, is a box around the text, so that the text was on, say, a blue box, because that's the client's logo color is blue and white. And then if I'd have had white text on a blue box, maybe with a 50% transparency, so you could still see what's behind it, that would have smartened up and answered Kelly's question. But the concept really was just to say 45-second video made in 9 minutes.
Indeed. But it's experimenting is good, prototyping is good.
And when I do that for the customer, there'll be a few other things added to it, and I will tidy up as Kelly suggests the text.
Right, so we start with the idea, then we've got an outline or storyboard, and that then takes us into, Invideo is great for prototyping because you can actually experiment.
Yep, and then you can take your final prototype and turn it into the product.
Yeah, I was in the throes of doing an alternative menu. I didn't get too far. Right, okay, now, one of the things about Invideo is that it's huge. We're talking big, and sometimes you don't know what's there. So at last, I've started the Invideo course, and a part of that, I've actually put together some short videos about what's there, because we sometimes miss things. So you're familiar with this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn Jon's camera off. I'm going to turn my camera off. I'm going to find the right video this time, bring it up on screen, and I'm going to press play. This is a very short video and be published, but this is using text in Invideo. Now, I've got to be honest, I didn't know that all that was there.
Right. So you haven't found collages and things like that yet, Stephen?
No, I'm just talking about I've done
They're
what I
under
could.
the same segment, yeah.
Right. Okay. I've covered most of the options, and what I found surprising was the scrolling text.
Yeah, there's the biggest problem I have is there's so many options. You can't decide what's best for what you want to do sometimes.
That's true, but it's good to have those, and it means that you can actually cut and paste and quickly get something together. And I'll drop that video down. Right, so there are so many text options, but that gives you a flavour of the text styles that are actually available as standard within Invideo. And the other thing that's available as we carry on is this, and hopefully, again, I'll get the right video and bring this up on screen. Switch my camera off. Switch Jon's camera off. Bye, Jon. And let's press play. So these are stickers that you can actually put on any video that you create within Invideo.
Very pretty.
Well, yeah, I think
what there is there, isn't it?
it is, and that's why I put the video together. And in the course we'll talk about it. But it means that you don't have to do your own. The only thing is the size of the LinkedIn one could do with changing, because that's way too small and you can't expand it. But there are some good logos in there, some good emojis that you can actually use, and the GIFs as well, and they can all add a little spice to your videos. I'll take that video down. Got the right one, that's good. So we've covered text and the emojis and icons, and we'll do more of that next week. And anything you see now will be in the free Udemy course at some point. So here we have it, and just a reminder that we are inspired by Invideo to actually do this show every week. This is show 7. I want to say thank you to everybody who actually watches this show. Last week's show had 435 views, and when we compare to that to our Blobbing for Britain show, this is what might be termed a runaway success.
Yeah, I think we've had high figures with the other one as well, but our lowest viewing figure has been over 300 for this show, so we're pretty chuffed after 5 weeks to be up to 425.
That's true.
35, sorry.
Yeah,
see how many dropped of 10 then.
Right, and if you've got any questions about Invideo, you can always ask Jon and myself, or you can ask in the Invideo group. And a group friendly, a bunch of people you could not meet, then the people in there, all very helpful. Right, my sort of final video, short video for this week, if I can find it. We've done that one, Could it be this one? It's this one. Okay, so I'm going to bring this video up on screen. And this really is one of the bugbears that I have about people who create wonderful videos using Invideo or not. And they forget one thing, that when we normally see a video, we're not watching full screen. And if we're not watching full screen, well, this is what happens. Kelly, if you can read the top line on this, I take my hat off to you. Right, so that's my suggestion of the week, that when you're actually creating video, you do bear in mind that it's going to appear in people's timelines. They're scrolling through, and if you want to stop them, you've got to have text which is legible. It's not always going to be shown full screen. Over to Kelly, then over to John.
Right, I think with this issue, there's a side piece as well, and that's an awful lot of people scroll without the sound on. So if you've got a voiceover, it pays to have at least a shortened version of that voiceover on your video, so that you can see what it's about without having the sound on. And again, as Stephen says, that has to be legible, because if I'm scrolling past, you're gone in a fraction of a second.
Totally. Good points. And Kelly is saying the Invideo Facebook group for help. Yeah, the Invideo group is as good as Believer's group when it comes to giving help and support to people, and constructive criticism is invaluable, because a lot of people actually put their videos in there and say, hit me, I can take it. And constructive criticism is given, and good feedback. And I thought I knew, well, Kelly can read the top line, but if, right, okay, well, that's good. It means it wasn't too small. But the point is that if you're going to have text and it's going to be in a feed, then it should be visible. Right, okay, talking of text, for just for the sake of doing it, I put caption text on this morning's Blabbing for Britain. And if you go and watch this morning's Blabbing for Britain, John and Kelly, you will see that the captions don't always fit what we're trying to say. And in some cases, well, the title of the show is even wrong. So I said Blabbing for Britain, and it came up Plumbing for Britain, but it did get episode 202 in there.
Plumbing for Britain.
Plumbing for Britain, episode 202 it was this morning.
Plumbing New Depths, are we, with Ashra?
Oh, yeah, here we go. No. I also did, I've taken out the letterboxes bit and going to use that, see if we can go viral, John. Right, okay. So, as with most things, we don't have a plan. So we're here to actually take your questions about Invideo. And we're looking for you. If you're creating Invideo videos, then drop us a line. Now we're both I'm going to be looking through the group this week, looking at videos which have been created and contacting the people, so that in the run up to Christmas we can have a few people on the show who are actually creating videos, and they can talk about them if they wish as well.
And it would be nice to see if we could get our group manager. I mean, the group now has a full-time manager who is an Invideo employee. And it'd be good to get her on, wouldn't it?
It would. So this is an open invitation from John and myself to actually join us and talk about Invideo. We're friendly guys. We love Invideo, and everything we do is positive. So if you'd like to join us, then this is your invitation to do so. And that's true as well of anyone in the group who wants to join us live. At some point we may go live just into the group, depends on the response, but so far it's been good. And on to the next item, John.
What is the next item, he says?
I haven't got a clue. I mean, this is
I think there are things that I've seen a lot of criticism lately of Invideo by people saying, I bought a copy and it doesn't do this, that, and the other. And I think that people need to remember that it has worked damn well out of the box, which is pretty damn good compared with some of the other products that we've all bought into.
Yes.
People are asking for things that Invideo isn't really. It's not an editor. Yeah. And building an editor into Invideo would spoil it in my own mind.
Well, you're actually creating video. You're not modifying. Well, I suppose.
Yeah, but nonetheless, after you've created, you can stick it in Camtasia, whatever you want, and do whatever you like to it. You know, take the last frame and make it still for some time, but whatever it is. But
yeah, the thing is, it makes combining images, video, text, music, and voiceover so easy. That's where its strength lies. Those 5 things are the things it does well.
And it does it for the man in the street as well as the super techo. Yeah, that's the important thing. And I've seen people saying, well, what I want to do is bring in my 7 minutes talk, and then I want to synchronize my slides to that 7-minute talk. If you want to do that, put your talk up and put your talk on each of the slides rather than trying to put the slides on the talk. A lot easier for everybody.
Okay. Now you mentioned another product last week for audio.
Audio Flow, yeah.
I went and bought it.
You went and bought it. Did you get the discount deal?
Yeah, I got the $49 deal. It turned out to be a bit more expensive than that. Yes, I haven't used it yet. I've just got it. You know, like you go to AppSumo and you buy something and say, I'm going to make great use of that.
Yeah. I have at least four, shall we say, defunct AppSumo deals, because I bought them and then regretted it. But you can actually give them back for 30 days with AppSumo. But I've kept them in my drawer of specials. Yeah.
Indeed.
So you haven't had a chance to play with audio.
I've had a look. I've had a look at the recording. That's good. The speech to text is very good as well.
Have you tried the German translations yet?
I haven't got that option.
What do you mean you haven't got that option? You've not got Translate?
No.
Oh.
I took the $49 deal, not the $79.
Oh, right, okey-doke. So you didn't really take those bits, yeah.
And then I paid, and then I got an upsell, requesting another $67
for lifetime upgrades.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, but I was impressed by
you didn't get the Translate, because I paid $7 and I've got the Translate stuff.
Right. I'll double check. But you were grandfathered in, weren't you?
I was a minute one, day one.
Right, okay.
I've got a few of their other products, to be honest.
What I am impressed by is the quality of the music, which is, well, it's something Invideo can aspire to, because it gives a whole new feel to a video. And on Invideo, we can import the tracks created by Audio Flow, and then you're actually stepping your game up yet again, because you've not got the music the Invideo supply, which is good. You've got something which is a few steps above that. Do you agree?
Well, first of all, what they've done is create a video library that you do buy a one-off membership to, basically. And $67 get you when they add more stuff to it. There's 200 initially, but I think it's heading towards 400 now with all the add-ins that have arrived.
Right.
Well, I think I said it in Video's group, is I don't have to go searching for some music. I can just go in and say, I want some pop, I want some classic, etc. Now, one of the things that I have learned, I bought a course from a guy called Joey Zotto. Joey is the brains, I guess, behind videos. There's two other blokes, but Joey's the real technical brains. And that was how to create videos. And this is how to create videos in a video editor. But the key factor that Joey teaches is you start with the music, then you put your pictures, and then you add your other stuff. And I find it really works, because you can find a piece of music that inspires you when to change things, when to add things, etc. and gives it a bit more feel. So yeah, I'm kind of loving just getting rid of the sound on my other PC, which you just heard was my my email arriving. I love audio flow, and I know people are saying, yeah, but more music's coming, or you can go out and sign up this library. I've just used it, and I love the fact that there's a lot more choices of voices for the UK. Audio flow ad over, and no, none of us are selling it on a we'll make a buck basis. We're just saying this is what we enjoy using.
Yeah, looks like I'm going to have to upgrade because I've only got 2 voices. So there we are. Okay. Right. Yeah, I think we've covered what most of the things we wanted to cover this week. Different topic each week, and again, if you have any questions, please ask them with John and I or in the group, and we'll get back to you with an answer. And just a second reminder, we're actually on the lookout for people to actually join us on camera and talk about this is a commercial show. If you are an agency and you produce videos for other people, you're welcome to come on this show and sell your wares. We've no problem with that at all. So this is a chance to actually reach an audience, get your agency known, and give people an idea of the videos that you produce. All you need to do is contact either of us. We'll give you a link to upload your videos to Google Drive. We'll show them on the screen. You can talk about them if you wish, and we'll give you constructive criticism, although we are very gentle, aren't we, John?
Yes, and of course you can come and take a seat here like Kevin did 2 weeks ago and talk to everybody, not just to us.
That's indeed. We've had
Kevin. Kelly, the answer to your question is yes, you get copyright capabilities of all the music inside audio flow.
Yeah.
So no warnings, no, there is no requirement to acknowledge anybody either. Yeah. They are commercial usage rights.
And that's both on Invideo and audio flow. And there is a page you can go to which gives you the text to pass on to Facebook or YouTube, whoever, saying who does own the rights and that you have permission to actually use the music in your video.
Yes, somebody asked me a question the other day about this yellow book. I think they've got a copy of it as well. It is the guide to Office Access 2007, like they asked.
You've had that.
Got eagle eyes.
You've had that 12 years, John.
Probably.
Well, it must be 2007.
What fell off the shelf behind it, I've had even longer than 12 years. Do you know what's in here?
No.
Surely you had to have one of these for school.
It's a slide rule, John.
It is a British Thornton slide rule from 1967. None of your calculators, chaps.
Does it still work? Could you multiply 2 by 3, please?
No, I don't know. I've forgotten. A lot of water has passed under the bridge.
No.
Calculators.
Slide out until you get the 2 under the 3. Never mind.
But no. I would have to take my glasses just to read.
All right. Okay.
The text, because we went from that to calculators. Yeah. And now, of course, I just say, okay, Google, what's 376 times 400?
Does that work on Alexa too? I'll have to try that later.
It will.
Yeah, it will. Okay. Now, I started the show, so it's over to John to actually close the show.
Thank you for coming to see us. We look forward to you coming and joining us, providing you with some of your work. We want to feature you guys. It isn't just the Stephen and John show. It's everybody's show. So anything you've got you want to share, any questions you want to ask, if you want us to do a little ditty on how do you do this, then we'll do it for you. And I will re-record what was done today so that it's put together as a proper video. So it's goodbye from me in central England, and goodbye from Stephen. He's in the northwest of the southwest, northeast of the southwest. In fact, he's near that well-known thing called Stonehenge.
That's true.
Goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from Stephen.
Right, and just a short video to play us out, if it works. Thank you for all the comments, Kelly. Goodbye for now.
Bye-bye.